Hey, welcome back.
Keep your wits about you.
Let's see. So we can talk to the foreman here. Explains what's in the vat. Asking them where the temple is dumb. Nobody knows where it is. I don't know what happens if you ask for the soup. I'm too afraid to ask. Because it looks disgusting. And then he gives you this hidden auto-stimulant, which... I might be crazy, but it seems like a really nice item. Basically, if you did not move during your turn, then you gain 6 temporary hit points, and as long as he has Iconoclast conviction, then all the allies heal as well.
Is there money to be made? What do we have here?
Okay, there's a note that we're gonna find later that points you back to this old man, that he's sitting on a crate of weapons. I don't know why we were able to uncover that now. Maybe it's just because I asked a different set of questions. But yeah, so they killed him because the cat's out of the bag. It was a pretty challenging battle.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
I'll level you!
And we're ambushed. Alright, so we start with Argenta here. So we can switch to the sniper. The one issue with the sniper is, remember, she can only hit one person at a time, and there's a boatload of people. Or I can try to do this. Do a little burst shooting.
I'll do it. Can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Do some running and gunning. Let's burst shoot again.
Faith without deeds is worthless eradicated.
That took out a few people.
I'll do it.
And then we just gave ourselves a boatload of willpower. That was a good turn. That guy's on our side.
Time to slaughter someone.
Alright, now we got her.
Anything is? Be gone.
That was a nice one. We killed 4 guys. We got our momentum up.
On it.
So remember, she's an officer just like we are. She has a lot of the same skills we do.
Is Isn't this a job for the serfs?
In
Go
thy
ahead and
light
use her
I stand, and thy light
super ability.
I crave. As the Emperor commands, I act.
And of course I miss.
Doubtest for the...
There we go. That's where the laser really comes in handy. He was behind cover and everything, and we took him. Come down.
Let's get to it.
Our foreman's in trouble. Foreman's down.
quick.
Scared yet?
I will leave footprints of scarlet. Death is a blessing. Trust me, killing brings me no pleasure. Come, the other side awaits. As the tenants demand. The shadows will killing brings me no pleasure. I shall not fail. Trust me, death is a blessing.
And just like that, they're all down. And look, she even has more jumps she could still do.
High momentum.
Let me help.
Injuries will not slow me.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Unsealed.
Just like that. Battle's over. Okay, we're gonna get a lot of junk here. Each one of those is 10% of melee. Whew. And of course we got the goods. A stolen autocannon. I don't know if I have a proper plan for who would use this. I mean, it just looks like it's like an HMG from, you know, Fallout. Then we have these auto guns. They seem neat, but I think we should just... We got these beggars again. I guess we did pick up all the vet guard stuff. Okay. Well, that's something. Alright, and as we go through, sometimes the camera can be a little tricky, but you can see like there's these goods hanging out there. So we want all those. We should be able to go, if I'm seeing this correctly, we're going to go underneath the train. And yeah, see how the camera just sometimes
Rise
it
to the
doesn't
top,
help you.
or get left in the dust.
Watch out.
And here you go. This here has a trap around it.
Just as he ordained.
And then if I see that little note there, give it as our gift to the one that sees nothing. Then the truth will be revealed to you. So that's that blind man we were just talking to. Just looking around, making sure there's nothing else I'm missing. I can see some goods up here. So let's move up. Oh, no. Stay back, stay back, stay back.
I always have a backup plan.
See this restricted area? When you go in here, these people have diseases. And if you spend too much time in there, you get the disease too. So let's level up outside. Alright, so here we're going to choose a talent. This is our character, so this will give us extra hit points. No. This will... So if somebody gets injured enough, and it's going to happen, like they lose half their health or whatever the threshold is, they're going to gain injuries like a broken arm or whatever, and it's not going to be healable unless you go back to the ship, which right now that's not an option. Like, because we're going deeper and deeper, we're almost like exploring a dungeon that we can't quit. Well, if you use this wounds are no excuse, that will heal an injury. You could also use a medical kit to heal an injury, by the way. So this one is just a nice passive. Another nice one. So we already have a couple of these. That's a nice offensive one. I just don't know if I'm going to be an offensive. Then we got all these, which I'm not as keen on. These are all the Arbiter ones, which makes me question why did I become an Arbiter. And of course we get some nice, just make our skills go up type bonuses. And then this one will give us some straight up health. I actually think this is the right one to get next. That just makes us better at healing. Oh, my dog might start barking, so... Alright, I'll pause real quick. Okay, it's possible my dog might go nuts again, but it's okay. I will pause it again. She is very excited. Some people came home. Alright, we are leveling up here. This is a tough one between the two. That would get us to 90. That would get us to 80. And, Excuse me. We'll get the commerce up. We'll take that one. Alright, that level up's complete. Now we have our Blade Dancer. Oh. That'll get us to 60, 80, 40. Let's do the demolition. And yeah, we got a lot of things to choose from here. Creature with Blood Blessed. Or Blood Stained. See, there's too many things with the word blood in it. Mentally, I can't keep track of which is which. So you can see there's a lot of like stacks, putting on stacks, taking off stacks. I'm gonna actually cancel the level up.
Whisper
Let's
and
look
be
at
heard.
what does she have. So this one here, if she does an attack, like a normal attack, she'll splash blood in a 5-cell cone. The Death Cult Assassin and allies affected in the area gain Blood Blessed. Every enemy suffers Blood Stained. Alright, this is important. So Blood Blessed is... we will do 2% more damage. Blood Stained is they suffer 2% more. Okay, that's fine. And it lasts for 2 rounds. Whenever a creature interacts with such a cell or moves there, it receives an extra stack. For every 10 wounds the Stealth Kit loses throughout the entire combat, each creature affected gains 1 more stack. Okay, that's important to know. So now when we get in here, we'll do demolition. So now this is saying a creature with Blood Blessed or Blood Stained. So Blood Blessed is us, Blood Stained is them. Gains +1 stack of this effect whenever raining blood is inflicted again, or whenever it starts its turn on a blood-covered cell. Okay. Allies deal a whole bunch more damage if both the ally and the target are blood-covered. Every time they parry or dodge, all enemies with the bloodstained effect suffer +1. A creature with those effects get +1 if it's bleeding, burning, or toxin. I don't like that one. That's too specific. It gets +1 each time it suffers damage from bleeding, burning, or toxin. Yeah, I'm not hugely sold on the usefulness of those, but I do want to get, I was going to say I want to get this, but that's the 15% parry. This one gives her some extra wounds. This, of course, is a big one. Yeah, we're going to do this because extra agility is just makes the world go around for her. Alright, so now we got this dude. I can't take athletics anymore. See how it's red? So we might as well do Carouse. The Medicae might be a good one as well. And then, yeah, what do I want to take with him? The Stronger Together is actually really nice. This one will be nice. So will that one. I think I want to get his parry up. Because anything that helps him to survive longer is good. Let's go ahead and do Dueling Mastery. And here you can see his parry is up to 95% now. And her dodge is up to 95%. Alright, so now we got this person. What we're doing is we're paying attention. We want to grab this as soon as we can, but we got to wait until level 9 because she's not a sanctioned psyker. This one is just a nice to have one, increasing her range by 2. Anything that requires 2 or more cells of range gets their range increased by 6. Just lets her hit that much further across the map. Not horrible. The stronger together would be nice, because like I said, it gives her bonus. She gives it to everybody. And I don't remember what her bonus is, but that could be really good. But I'm actually going to take this one. It's going to give out a whole bunch more of the analyze enemies. And it looks like I get to pick another one. Well, yeah, I'm going to pick Stronger Together then. So I always forget which one she has, but once we hit complete, we'll be able to tell. It's like if you click on somebody else, right there, it's willpower. So his willpower is up to 30 now. And you can see the Stronger Together modifier of +5. And that goes to everybody. So 40. They all got a bump. So just a nice, it's almost like, you know, you would spend a skill to give yourself +5 to something. I mean, why not? Stronger Together gives you +5 to everybody, like all 5 characters. So it's really nice. And she actually has Stronger Together as well. So we could do it again. I don't know if there's anything in particular I needed to grab here. This one's a good one because it just makes her that much better until she takes damage. Medium armor does not reduce dodge is pretty good. I'm looking at this situation, I actually agree. I'm going to take Stronger Together. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then, remember, we took Demolition with the other person, so I don't think we need to be dueling Demolition here. So we'll just grab Awareness, get her Perception to go up. We could do Medicae, or even this one, because somebody has to do Imperium Lore. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do Lore Imperium for her. So now, if we come over here, I think it is Agility, which is a weird one. He gets that +5 Agility from her ability, but here's the cool thing. She gets +5 Agility. Look at that big long list of bonuses she's getting to her Agility. And so the Stronger Together is giving her +5 more, which is fantastic because it's all contributing to her parry. And look at her dodge. Her dodge is now up to 100%. Now it does mean that she could still fail the dodge, because remember, sometimes when enemies attack you, they provide a negative modifier to your dodge. Alright, so now we got our Navigator, who we picked a whole bunch of skill sets and stuff. If I remember correctly, see, I wish they would tell me what her current, like, Warp versus Xenos. I don't think I want to grab one of these at the moment. If I was to grab one, I want to grab something up here. I think she has a lot of cool stuff we can do here. So here, she uses her Perception instead of her Agility to calculate dodge. 5 fellowship and +1 for every navigator talent she's taken. That's 1, 2, 3. This one would be a 4th one. I just think that's a fantastic one. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I don't necessarily need a persuasion and a commerce. But here we go. See, warp is the only one that's available to her. So we're going to grab warp. And she has the goggles. So yeah, we'll do that. So now her lore warp is up to 52. And she's going to do Xenos when she gets a chance. Alright, we're all leveled up. I'm going to hit F5 to save this. You're on a time limit in here. Everybody in here has diseases, so don't dawdle. And the problem I have is it's real easy to dawdle. So
No
let's
sleep,
see what we can
no
do.
rest, only duty, only death.
Yeah, so they just went and straight up killed that guy. Alright, let's finish what I was trying to do here. Grab some goods. Then here you can see
I do what I must.
a man is suffering from a severe but curable disease. And so will we. That's the thing. So you can see the symbol again. Give us more of their poem. We have to look into the darkness. Alright, she's telling us to come now, but I'm gonna grab the goods while I'm up here.
Always keep my
Fortune
options open.
smiles on us. An ill
We just got a
omen.
purple. Something purple popped up. Oh, nope, it's a trap.
The shadows reveal their secrets. Just as I was taught. Just as he ordained. I do what I must.
Just as I planned.
Alright, we're gonna sort that out later. Because like I said, we're on a time limit.
Is there money to be made?
This is the, some more goods. This is our lever, if we can fix this.
Failure. It's just a temporary setback.
Oh. I think we did, because it's going to let us go up now. And keep going. That lady said follow me. She's right here, in case you were wondering. And she just jumped. This is a bit of a thing, because these are the guys that killed somebody. So we could attack him. So here, they're telling us to jump. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump. And here I am. And I have the suspicious rash. So I did get the disease. It's okay. It's pretty easy to fix. I know I was saying we're on a time limit. We're on a time limit. I was trying not to
Always keep your eye on
get
the
it. Maybe there's no
prize.
way to avoid it. Maybe you just always end up getting it, no matter how much time you spent there. So I'm just trying to be careful because there's some goodies laying around here. It's a bit of a maze. Like this here.
I'll learn from this mistake. Failure is just a temporary setback.
This is what I mean. Like,
I won't let it define me.
there we go. I finally
Keep your
succeeded.
wits about you.
That's what I meant by, like, there was this one spot in the game where you ended up using athletics by yourself. This is it. And then now I gotta do the arduous job of getting back. Oh, that didn't require a test. This is gonna be funny because we're gonna get
I
to the
always
bottom,
have a backup plan.
and then the rest of my party's gonna be there, and they're gonna be like, "What took you so long?" So, like, there's goods there, but how do I get it? Yeah. Not letting me up. Camera fails me sometimes. But I think there's this ladder here, and I was supposed to go up the ladder and
Let
get
us
those
not
goods before I
dawdle.
came down. I probably missed a few goods. And here we are.
I always get the job done.
I was forced to make that jump. Yeah. So now I got some vestments, which is light armor. You can see plus 10% dodge if the wearer is not in cover. And plus strength bonus wounds. So your strength value gets added to your hit points. So it's pretty neat. I mean, the armor is just straight up better than what I currently have. So yeah, we'll do it. And then she's like, this is better armor than hers. So we'll upgrade hers. And then I said we would come back to some of this. So here, this one we're going to send to the cargo. So Death Called Assassin, whenever the wearer kills an enemy, explodes into a fountain of blood. When the wearer gains a stack of blood blessed, they also gain plus 10 toughness for 2 rounds. Don't know how good that is, but that's something. I'm going to add it to the cargo. Okay, so we made it down. We talked to the Vizier. I think we're done. Kill your desires and your weakness. I'm pretty sure if you ask him why his eyes are sewn shut, you might be wondering why I didn't select that. He tells you it's because he's old. It has nothing to do with any ritual or anything like that.
The shrouded faith of the blood-spun web. It is both frightening and...
That was barely a challenge.
So he did his little check. Now this gets interesting. It's a one-handed melee weapon. It's light. Spinner's blade. What is she using? That's right, we're using a two-hander. She already has a spinner's blade. Move all of them over.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Here. What's that?
Oh, there's a big one. Okay, I think we're almost to the end here. You have a fountain of blood. Pretty wild. Especially when you start thinking, like, where did all that blood come from?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, so we passed the things we needed to do here. I gotta talk to Captain Frenzo what this bay's future will be. So there's some things like that that I need to deal with. Let's go to another compartment. Yeah, let's go to the Enforcer. Okay, let's go. Workers will be provided with everything they need to service the freight line properly. Food and medicine will be delivered. The Modini enforcers found to be abusing their authority. Only harsh measures will bring. Establish an execution quota. Strip all corrupt enforcers. Burn away all crime. Sure, you would have done something by now, but there are certain rules you have to follow. They're simply too limiting. I'm gonna do Iconoclast. I didn't do this last time. We didn't come back and talk to this guy. So we got educated labor ability. Increased by +10. The plating of all sectors is increased by 1. Freight line workers study to the best of their ability. Time passed. 3 days. I don't know if I really wanted to come here. Was there anything specific I needed to do?
I always have a backup plan.
Go to the bridge. This is how I heal myself of this disease, which does kill you. I don't know how long of a period you have to have the disease, but if you know, some of the those people who were dying from those different that was dying in that area, they all had this disease. And I gotta go to Jocasta here. We got 52 experience points for it, and we got a cure for the rash. It's called Void Leprosy. I beg you to punish me. Alright. So that was a very large sidetrack. This video is 47 minutes in, and I easily did an hour to hour and a half, and we still haven't made it to this ship. And look at this, we get interrupted yet again. Oh, I remember this. This is a weird one. So she wants to speak in extreme importance. An assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks to crush the workers' strike. It's unwarranted, and that the crisis itself was provoked by the action of the senior officers. He's being really stubborn, but so far... So they're sort of like squabbling over who has authority, and it looks like this seneschal guy is Abelard. is maybe sticking his nose into business he shouldn't because it's not his role. So they're insisting that they must come. This was one of those ones where, I don't know, it probably doesn't deserve my time, because I'm trying to run a ship and do all
I
this other
always
stuff.
keep my options open.
Yeah.
They definitely don't like Abelard, do they?
Is there money to be made?
So these vents, I didn't mess with them last time. Or these valves. Or maybe there isn't. Maybe you don't move the valves. I thought maybe you had to. There's just so much stuff. Like, do I go through that door or do I keep exploring?
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks every once in a while is good for you. Lets you see how the simple folk live.
Keep your wits about you.
Let's go get some goodies. Got a million valves. There must be some kind of like sabotage quest or something. Because they're all lit up, these valves.
Over there!
See, that's... Even though it looked like there was nothing around, we just found a secret something, but I don't see where it is. Container can be seen beyond the massive bars. Perhaps examining the pipe will allow you to reach it. Examining what pipe? I don't understand the question. Clicking on pipes.
Let us not dawdle.
I'm confused. That or I just don't have enough awareness to click on it. really want me to crush him.
Always
I'm
keep
going.
your eye on the prize.
They're still in his boots. So I had to give up fuel and provisions for this. So there is a price, right? You know, and I don't know if that was a whole cargo. I'm assuming it was. That's something I could have traded. But I don't know. I mean, these people do stuff for the ship, and to me it's a small price to pay to make everybody a little bit happier. And not so on the edge. So here we're just trying to grab some goods, because to be quite honest, I might grab enough goods that by the time I'm done, I have more goods out of the deal than I lost helping them. Which might very well be the truth.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
I think it was here that we were talking about inspect the pipe. I could have sworn that I had to click there.
I am your shadow.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Perhaps examining the pipe.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on tactic.
They fear to look at me because of my appearance. I fear to look at them because...
I know how to take risks. I always have a backup plan.
I just don't see what I'm supposed to do. Alright. So he's given, like, his background. Alright. There we are. We're back to the bridge. Oh, we have another level up. So, I think I can... Yeah, I can level everybody up. So, we're already halfway. And we still haven't made it to that ship. We still have 2 more planets to explore. Like I said, the first one will be pretty quick. The second one, though, will take a while. So, but this is a simple one. We're not choosing new talents. We're upgrading our finest hour. This is the momentum thing. And then what they're asking us to do is, when we do our finest hour, we get to add another bonus to it. So the target of who we give the extra turn to, their non-attacking abilities cost -1 AP. They're going to gain 3 times our fellowship bonus of healing. So basically we're going to heal them quite a bit. All negative effects are immediately removed until the officer's next turn. Target cannot die. During their extra turn, they deal 3 times the officer's fellowship bonus damage. Until the end of the combat, the target gains the effect of Voice of Command. Actually, I really think that's a good one. I'm going to pick that one. And they should all be the same. So yeah, so he's upgrading his. So he'll get either 10 movement points. He gets an extra 4 movement points for each kill. This is sort of nice, because he could be a lot like the Blade Dancer. He kills somebody and then he moves to the next guy and kills them and then he moves to the next guy. Make him the priority target. All melee attacks just do extra damage. They're all really good, actually, in their own weird way. Let's just go straight up extra damage. So for her, she has a dismantling attack. Reduce the dodge and armor of all enemies in 5 cells around them. Yeah, let's go for that. And this is an interesting one, because we have a lot of nice options here. I'm going to go with the Zenith, because that's what she's supposed to specialize in. Until the end of the turn, you get 4 movement points. Until the end of the combat, the rate of fire is increased by 30%. Most, if we're using a laser gun, the rate of fire is just 1. You're shooting once. Soldier's range attack gain plus 10% armor penetration. That could be pretty good. And we're not doing area attacks. Let's do the armor penetration one. Again, finest hour. Maybe we could choose this, you know, they're both doing the same thing, or we could try something different. This one, that one just heals. Let's do the bottom one where it just saves AP points for whoever she does that for. And then our assassin here, she immediately heals. I sort of like this one. Plus 4 additional charges of death above. And the death from above does agility bonus additional damage. That's really good. Yeah, we'll do that one. Getting the extra charges of death from above just is going to allow her to hop around and do even more killing. Alright, everybody's leveled up. So, I am going to save the game again. And I said this would have to be a short night. So, yeah, I can't go much longer, so I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.